Hello CUNY Service Corps members. In this video we are going to learn how to fill out your timesheet and how to access previous timesheets. So first you would want to go to the PR Assist website, which you can just find it by typing in LaGuardia Community College PR Assist. You would want to then scroll down to this link over here under how to log into PR Assist. Of course, you would want to sign in. And on this side, it's going to say something like view timesheets. You are going to be officially placed under student placement services. So if you see a timesheet that says student placement services, that's the one that you would need to complete for the CUNY Service Corps program. So your timesheet should basically look like this. If you look on this section right here, the pay period is determined by the calendar that I have provided you. This calendar right here. So this pay period is considered pay period number 8. This pay period is considered pay period number 9, 10, 11, and so on and so forth. So if, for example, you have missed your pay period during the weeks of September 8th to September 21st, you would put this drop-down menu and select period 6, and it would guide you to the previously submitted, previously submitted timesheet. So let's focus on a timesheet that is due in the upcoming days. You have your days here. If you worked on, let's say, Monday the 4th, you would input the time. So maybe you started at 10. You want to definitely put AM. If it doesn't put it for you, just make sure to put it. This is the section where you will put what time you came into work. This is the section over here where it says out, where it shows what time you left out to lunch. And this is the section here where you can put what time you came back in from lunch. And this final column over here specifies what time you left home. So let's pretend you went to lunch at around 1:30. You would just put 1:30 p.m. Here you came back from lunch at around 2. So you want to put 2 p.m. And then you left home for the day at 5. If you see here, you have the total amount of hours that you have worked that day. Make sure that this is accurate. So let's pretend that you actually did not take lunch that day. If you did not take lunch, you would only have to use this column and this column, the in and the out, the first two. Do not use these two, only these. So for Wednesday, let's pretend that you came in to work at 10 as well, and then you left at 2. That's how your timesheet should look like. This column would be for coming in with lunch, and this column would be for you coming in without lunch. In addition, if you were to work straight without lunch, for example, this is a few hours, the system would automatically deduct 30 minutes for lunch, even though the total is 7 hours that you've worked. The reason it deducts 30 minutes from lunch is because there's a mandated law that you must take a 30-minute break. So make sure to either take your lunch or to be aware that this is the case and that lunch will be automatically deducted from you. if you worked straight and you put your information like this. That's why it's very important for you to always indicate your lunch periods through these 4 columns. Okay, so basically you just complete your timesheet, the times and dates that you've worked. So let's just do a rough draft here. If you notice, this is going to be just a bi-weekly period. Your timesheets are due on a bi-weekly basis, so it should be no problem. So here you have a total of 15 hours. Usually it should be around 20 hours, so just make sure to always check in on the grand total so that you can see if there has been any mistakes. Maybe you put AM here by accident. One thing that I do want, and it automatically deducts everything. One thing that I do want to know is that this system does not allow you to put time in through small intervals. So if you came in at 10:05, for example, it says here that you can only record time between 15, 30, or 45 minutes. So it is not possible for you to say that you came in at 10:05 or 10:10. This is also just a quick reminder that if your supervisor told you to come in at 10 a.m., but you came in at 9:30 because you woke up early, you got a head start on your day, you cannot put 9:30 in your timesheet. You would have to continue on to put 10 a.m. Unless your supervisor rearranged your hours and asked you to come in, because this is your assigned work schedule. Okay, so that was just a side note. So once you are done with your timesheet, you can click this. I certify that the stated times are accurate, etc., etc. You can write a comment if you like. In the case that your timesheet is late, you can include late timesheet or and then whatever it is that you want to say. Okay, so once you're done with that, you would click on the save button, and then you will click on the print button. I'm not going to click it on as of yet, just because this save button and this print button will actually interfere with someone's timesheet. So basically, that's how you complete the timesheet. One final thing is a reminder that you all have to submit 2 timesheets. One of them is going to be a paper timesheet, and one of them is going to be this PR Assist timesheet. So once you click print, you will actually get a form, a picture that looks just like this. Make sure that you have your supervisor sign your timesheet like this, and then that you sign the timesheet as well. You can go ahead and scan this picture and send it to the Service Corps email address, which is Service Corps, let me just write it here, is service so you can send it directly to this email address, and once you send it to us with the signature, your timesheet will be approved. Please let me know if you have any questions. I am always happy to help.